All right, family. Black power, black power. We black again with the general. We got some fire commentary today. We're gonna be talking about the supposed ceasefire that's going on right now. We're not so sure that the ceasefire is official. We're hearing things that it might have, Iran might have called off the ceasefire based on some Israeli bombings in Lebanon. We don't know yet. We here in the United States is calling that false and fake news. We'll see. But anyway, just calling to attention how Iran, when they thought that Donald Trump was gonna bomb the nuclear plants and that they form human shields. Told the people, come on now, forced them out and form human shields around these nuclear plants. Now that speaks volumes of how this regime is. That you gonna dare bring, this is a military situation. Okay? This is a military situation. You don't bring your civilians into military operations knowing they ain't even equipped. They ain't even equipped. Wait a minute, hold on, family. Let me get some water. You know how a regime will bring its people to a military operation and put them in harm's way, knowing that if it's on the target list, it's gonna get struck. That's just all it is to it. That's just all it is to it. If it's on the target list, it's gonna get struck. No nation is supposed to advise its civilians to come to a battlefield, knowing that high probability that you're not gonna make it. You're gonna be a casualty of war. And this speaks to the suicide bombers of the jihadists. This speaks to the suicide bombers of the jihadists. A lot of them boys that they strap up with them bombs and, them boys ain't ready to die. They forced them boys to put them damn suicide vests on and send them in there. What, talking about Allah gonna take you straight to heaven. I don't give a damn. I ain't ready to go no damn heaven right now. I'm gonna blow myself up just to go to heaven. Someplace I don't even know if the shit exists or not. And so, and we speaking to the fact that, a lot over there in many of them areas where there's war going on, they set up missiles and bombs and in hospitals and schools and things of that nature. Yeah. They set up the bomb, they put bombs and all of that inside of the schools, inside of the hospitals, and then when they bomb them, Jay Regal, you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. You need to go somewhere and sit down. Here comes another foolish Negro that don't know what. If you die on the battlefield fighting for Islam and Allah, it is taught that you are received directly into heaven by Allah. That's a lie. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Speak on information that you know And I don't believe you know nothing because you done spoke out of turn already. You don't know what you're talking about. Are you a Muslim? Are you a Muslim? Okay, then. Stay in your place. You don't know what you're talking about. That's what's wrong with us now. A lot of people that don't know what the hell they talking about speaking as if they do. And so, and so they go over there and they put they set up this military operation inside of the civilian area, knowing that thinking that, and you firing off rockets thinking ain't nobody gonna return fire. That's old. That's old. You setting the people up for destruction. That show you that they use their own people for human shields, you see, and that they don't give a damn about their people. Go on to the battlefield. What's wrong with you? You see? Go to the battlefield. You're supposed to be this hardened warrior. Then you should meet you should meet the other warrior on the battlefield. It should lead the civilians out of this. Lead the civilians out of this, but they don't do that. And so, yeah, but we're not talking about what we are talking about. I understand what you're saying. Okay. But we're talking about in context what's going on over there. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be spiritually correct at this point. We're showing the demented, and these is Neanderthals anyway. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not even concerned about nothing about what they believe or anything of that nature. I'm just showing you the madness of the regime of not just Iran, but many of the jihadists, regimes on the planet that use their own populations as human shields. Okay, not only they put children out there, this is a battlefield. You don't, if your enemy, see, this is what I'm telling you, that regime, and that does not, and people say, well, we know what the United States is. You see what I'm saying? But and so that's not, you know both sides. And so clearly nobody understands jihadist Islam. And so, they speak in out of turn, not understanding when have you seen, listen to me, when I'm talking about even, it is effed up as it is. Yeah. As effed up as it is, history is the present. Once you understand what I'm saying, then you could go back in history. A lot of times y'all can't understand history because y'all don't understand the present. So I am teaching history when I'm teaching, when I teach the news, I'm teaching history. What is, what was, what will be. So a lot of times I had to show y'all what's happening now so I could show you what's happening, that what has happened in the past and more likely what's going to happen in the future. Time is made up. You see what I'm saying? Time is made up. It's all connected. But anyway, so showing you again, when you talking about it, this is no different than strapping a suicide vest on somebody and telling them go over there and blow up. So this is one of the tactics that these jihadists, be a man. You gonna call us, you gonna call the nation, I meet them on the battlefield. That's how you supposed to do it. But when you weaker than then you use tactics that and some people gonna go to guerrilla warfare, and some people, I heard in Vietnam they was doing the same thing in Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? They were doing the same thing, strapping their babies with bombs and things of that nature, because the soldiers cannot meet the other army on the battlefield fairly. You're weak. You're weak. That's all it is. Let's just say that. And so instead of that's why I say, when you got a regime that You understand? No damn, and it's all about the regime. Tell them goddamn mullahs to put their damn sons out there. Tell all their family members to go out there and circle around them damn nuclear. They don't do that. They're just like the rich over here. They'll send your babies over the war, but they won't send theirs. So I asked the question, out of all them, and they put babies around the nuclear plant, I dare you to go to the regime and see how many of their sons and how many of their grandbabies and how many of their daughters, and you understand, and their family members, they told to go and circle that damn them nuclear plants, knowing damn well you didn't get no notification. Okay, I don't know if it was, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes when you put so many in there, I got about 4, 5, 6 of them in there. And so sometimes when you stack them in there, I don't know if they notify you on all of them or not. But anyway, this is, this is what they attempted to do. They attempted to get these people to stand around this damn nuclear plant. You understand? And that's in talking about damn what they call it, war crime. That's a war crime. You understand what I'm saying? That's a war crime. If you know, and they setting up military operation in hospitals, no one is gonna get. That means they don't give a damn about, because you can see consistently over there in Palestine when they set up, they gonna bomb it. They gonna bomb it, especially if you find off from it. If you find off and they know that you got you got stockpile of military armaments in that damn hospital, in that school, they bombing it. Okay, they bombing it, and so it don't make it right one way or another. But this is war, and when the war has been declared, it is upon you to demobilize your enemy. And if your enemy is using a strategy by using their own people as a human shield, you see, meaning that you going within the civilian population and you using their homes, instead of having military facilities, you use the civilian facilities as military facilities, putting the people in danger. This is the weak shit that I'm talking about. This is the weak shit I'm talking about. Can't face your damn enemy on the battlefield, so you use your own people as a human shield. So that's a goddamn that's a war crime. That's a war crime. But anyway, family, this is the first video of the day. We getting started, and I just wanted to put this one out here. We're going to touch back on this. We're going to touch back on this, family. And y'all know, when I load a whole lot of videos in there, sometimes you're not going to get the notification for all of them. I was actually looking for this one up on the screen, and I didn't see it. And that might have been the reason why. I only think you could put so many in at one time and get notifications. So just go to the generals page and see what's on the menu, and stay tuned, family, because we drop it. You feel me? Get over there to Patreon. We got 2 live streams today. You should be in the house because we turning up, family. We dropping heavy mental, and I'll see you in a minute. Black Pop.